Well, welcome to the first, maybe second, maybe third episode of Through the Bong. We are three gal pals, roommates, girlies, blood sisters, who live in the same house, who decided one day, just like many other people during quarantine, that maybe we should start a podcast. And while we've tried to record it many times, this is maybe the third time. We're working out the kinks. But let me introduce myself. I'm Elham. And
I'm Anna. And I'm Megan.
And today we have a special guest that goes by Anna's boyfriend. I don't know if you want to say your name.
Hey, I'm Dick Boy. Nice to meet you.
That's Dick Boy.
Okay.
So in this week's news, it's currently, let's see, July 8th. This might not be coming out on July 8th, but it is July 8th. And a couple days ago, Kanye West decided to run for president.
Yes, he did.
So I just wanted to know what everyone's thoughts on that were, because we didn't really talk about it as a group.
Well, he's kind of too late, is what I saw. Also, it's bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's kind of dumb, and I do think he might have some kind of bipolar disorder that kind of, maybe he's going through a manic episode and decided, I'm going to run for president. So, but I think he's just as conservative as Trump is.
He's just fulfilling that promise he made in 2016.
Yeah, but then he became like good pals with Trump and then decided, oh, I'm not going to run in 2020 because I like Trump and I want him to win in 2020.
Yeah, but he's a douchebag. Did everyone forget that?
Yeah.
That Kanye is the biggest douchebag on earth?
Yeah. Same guy who said George Bush doesn't care about black people, then went and supported Trump.
And what did he say? Like slavery was an option?
Yeah,
or
he
voluntary?
said slavery's a choice.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What do you guys think about it?
I mean, what about his music, though?
No, it's not.
I think it's declined over the years.
Yeah, I think we should be judging on his music. His music's shit, so we shouldn't listen to it.
Oh, yeah, we should only elect presidents based on their hottest mixtape.
Yes, I love that Donald J. Trump album.
Yes.
Called Fuck the Democrats.
Grab him by the coochie.
Oh, yes, that one. Featuring T-Pain.
I think a lot of people listen to him, and he just has bad things to say.
Yeah.
Who? Kanye?
Kanye, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Megan?
yeah.
Thoughts?
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the elections were dumb anyway, so.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't matter at this point, because this year's been kind of like a clusterfuck, and I don't expect anything good to come out of it, so. If we get Donald Trump for another 4 years, I wouldn't be surprised. If we get Biden, it's the same as having Trump. It's all the same shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the announcement, I guess.
Yes.
It is bong time.
It's bongo clock.
Bongo clock.
The first hit is being taken.
The only hit is being taken.
Pass it around town. Pass it around town.
Oh.
You know, come to think of it, I don't really like that you guys introduced me as Anna's boyfriend. You know, I'm more than a boyfriend.
Yeah, you're a girlfriend.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I am a girlfriend. But no, I'm a human being. I'm not just a boyfriend. You should have introduced me as my own person. Now all these people know that we're connected in that way.
That's true.
It's
That's
weird.
true.
Connected in that way.
Connected spiritually and mentally as partners.
Where the fuck?
Well, You didn't want to use your name, so that's the introduction.
Dick
you
boy.
got Dick Boy.
It's okay. I like the ridicule.
Next on the news segment,
Oh my god.
J.K. Rowling. I think we talked about her before when we tried recording.
Okay, the funniest part of everything J.K. Rowling has been doing recently is that she signed that stupid fucking letter against cancel culture.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
So did Margaret Atwood.
Kind of funny
Who's
because
that?
Okay.
her ass is getting canceled.
She wrote The Handmaid's Tale.
I need to know what Margaret Atwood did, because like I saw her name and I completely forgot what she did.
I don't think she did anything.
That's it?
I think she just signed it to be like, I'm against it.
But isn't her whole show about, like, empowerment or something?
Like fascism, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, okay.
It's not her show, it's a book.
I understand what they're signing because I saw what they were saying. They're like, oh, because cancel culture is the new like McCarthyism. It's not, but like that's like I understand if that was the case, that's what you're signing for. But the thing is, cancel culture is nothing.
It doesn't
like
matter.
McCarthyism.
What's her name again?
J.K. Rowling?
No, the other lady.
Margaret Atwood.
Okay, thank you.
And, like, people, like, activists like Noam Chomsky signed it, too.
Who's that?
He's, like, a prominent, like, he's seen as, like, a prominent leftist figure. But, like, I always thought he was very hypocritical because he was, like, Nazis deserve
Rights,
like freedom of speech, or it's not freedom of speech if Nazis can't say anything, too.
Yeah, I think he was trying to make a point, but yeah.
It's a stupid point, but, like, I just, that whole cancel culture thing's pretty dumb. It's just kind of like, leave us alone. We're so sensitive.
It's. I mean, with J.K. Rowling, it's like, let me be a TERF.
Yeah.
And like, keep buying my books.
And
Keep
she's
letting
kind
me
of
make
a-
money.
She kind of has, like, this weird obsession with, like, hating trans people. Like, trans women in specific, actually. But, like, she kind of seems like she's a little bit obsessed with it. You know?
I think somehow she thinks that like them like when trans people are getting more rights, it like takes away from like issues that are just women. But like that doesn't really make sense. I don't know.
I agree, because I think she had previously said that, like, it takes away from, like, cis women's, like, issues and stuff. Women's issues. But, like, I think that's pretty stupid because trans women are women. So,
Yeah. I feel like they have more in common
yeah.
than differences, and they should be working together.
Who
Yeah.
has more in common?
Women and
Trans
trans,
women.
women. They're both women. So like, why are they fighting each other?
They're not fighting each other. It's
I mean,
mostly
yeah.
cis women.
Okay,
Yeah.
right now it's just J.K. Rowling
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
women who do not like want to have
just-
that fight.
There's
yeah,
a lot
I
of people.
understand that
Yeah.
I understand that.
There's a lot of, like, women similar to her, though, that, like, she just gave them a voice, though. Like, people realize,
I
oh,
wonder how many trans
turn
women
this-
she
yeah.
knows.
How many what?
I wonder how many trans women she actually knows.
She said, like, she's tried to do that whole argument where, like, I'm friends with, like, gay people and people from the LGBT community, and
don't
they
think-
support me.
I was gonna say I don't think anybody from that community would want to be friends with somebody like that.
I know. I mean, unless they're, like, transphobic, too, because gay people, lesbians, and bisexuals and all of that can be transphobic, too.
But she sucks.
She does suck.
I don't know. I like the whole thing that Daniel Radcliffe wrote on it because like Harry Potter was a big deal to me growing up, and then to see technically a person you kind of like look up to say shit that you don't agree with, it makes you sad. But like his whole thing was like to not associate the story so much, kind of the whole like separate the artist from the art. Mm-hmm. But he was basically just saying like, don't let the meaning you got from the books like be discredited because of what she's saying. Like that means something to you, and then that's it.
I mean,
I was gonna ask you guys about that because I didn't really grow up watching Harry Potter. Like, I wanted to see, like, how y'all felt about, like, something that you had attachment to, like Hamilton and Harry Potter being exposed like this.
I think there's a lot of ways to like look at art or interpret it, but like I think an important like part of art is that it's up to the individual to interpret different things.
Yeah.
But obviously the creator.
But sometimes that meaning,
obviously
yeah.
the creator imbues or whatever.
Yeah.
meaning into it when they create it. But sometimes, like, maybe they don't have a specific thing in mind, so it's, like, up to the reader.
I agree with what you're saying. That's, like, what I was thinking, too. Like,
maybe when she was writing Harry Potter, she wasn't thinking about how much she hates trans women.
Okay, no, but what I saw was, like, some people have been, like, critiquing Harry Potter, and they are saying how, like if you pay attention, one tweet said, like, if you pay attention to the women characters in Harry Potter, they're all measured by their ability to be a mother. It's like Lily was always praised as the mother in it, and then like it's just like different arguments of all of the older women characters, not so much like Hermione and whatever. But then it's also the fact that like Hermione is ugly and like this ugly in the first like 3 books, and considered the smart girl, and that's the only way that she becomes accepted by this group of 2 nerd, ugly, dumb boys that certainly don't deserve her. And it's like, oh, the girl has to be super smart and helpful to them for her to be worthy of joining their group, whereas the 2 boys are like mediocre.
But wasn't she kind of stuck up in the book too? Like,
yeah, I think they made her seem like that. Like she's a nerd.
Like the way that she wrote her was that she was like stuck up and a know-it-all.
Because she's the smart girl. The smart girl has to be sassy and has to be like she can't be nice. The smart girl can never be like also a friendly, funny girl. That's not like that's a sexist way to look at women. It's like you can only fit into this box, and that's like the kind of things that she wrote that like, okay, maybe it was normal at the time because people didn't think about it that much, or like whatever, people didn't pay attention to it, but like it doesn't change the fact that she wrote it and that's how she saw women.
Yeah, I do
she could have
think
wrote her and like made her nice, you know.
Yeah, there's some like sexist undertones in there and stuff too. So I don't think we were like, most people were children when they read that. Yeah. So like you can't blame children for not having like a Marxist analysis of Harry Potter at that age. But I mean, as you get older, you can learn to like, I was a kid and I've developed and I can see if there's
my problem with J.K. Rowling is that she is the queen of going back on her story and adding details. So like this is something that she can change, that she can, if she has decided that she can edit her work up after it being published. So why doesn't she correct this kind of stuff?
I think she's just so stubborn and like stuck on her views.
I just looked up sexist moments in Harry Potter.
Oh.
And it was like, the first one in the article says, the continual slut-shaming of Ginny Weasley. And then in the book, yeah, it is, said Ron just angrily. Do you think I want people saying my sister is a ... And then people think that, like...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes. I don't know, like, the characters like that.
Well, we're just saying J.K. Rowling was...
A BICTH. So Hamilton? Did the same effect that Harry Potter had on you guys? How did that happen with Hamilton?
You know, I was singing along the whole time and I didn't really think about anything.
You were not singing along. You don't know the lyrics. Anyway, I was singing along. I watched it in Chicago. I really like Hamilton. But I recognize that all of the characters on there were slave owners and not necessarily against abolition. But I like the music, and I also like I like the idea that the people that like the real people that are being portrayed, they would like turn in their graves to think that a person of color is playing them on stage and making millions off of their name. I kind of like that thought.
Yeah, but I also kind of feel like that does have an effect on the audience to where like it kind of normalizes these characters and like kind of rewrites history. And like I know like the effect it has to have like people of color playing those characters. But also, I don't know if it's really even viewed as a piece of like historical accuracy. So I don't know if I should take it that seriously.
I really don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah. I've heard it's not very accurate. But yeah. Any attachments to Hamilton?
I never really liked Hamilton because the kids who liked it were really annoying.
I'm the kids who liked it. We went to high school
Anna.
together.
Yeah. The kids who did like Hamilton in high school.
Okay,
were
but
kinda-
theater kids are weird. Okay, like no one disagrees with that.
Yeah.
But you know,
They just have a lot of soul in them.
a lot of soul.
Just have a lot of soul in them.
I wasn't a theater kid. I just liked
Theater.
musicals.
Okay.
I didn't even
buddy.
go watch all of our. I went to watch Legally Blonde, and I think that was it.
How about Shrek the Musical?
That's
I think that like I liked musicals growing up, but like the annoying thing about Hamilton was like all the theater kids were like, "This is something revolutionary," and I was like, "No, it's literally not." Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is different, but like, I feel like it's trying to make itself be like so progressive, and I'm like, it's not really that progressive.
Some people became hardcore stands because of that.
Yeah.
It was annoying.
As far as history, I don't think it's accurate, like, whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
it is. It has some accuracies. Some. Like the
Minute.
gist of the
Minute
story.
accuracies.
They got the
Yeah,
gist of
yeah,
Hamilton's story.
yeah. But as far as, like, the morality of characters and things like that,
I mean, okay.
Can we talk about Lin-Manuel Miranda?
His music.
Did he do something
I
problematic? or
don't
something?
like him.
I don't either.
Like, no. Like, his politics aside, which are really shitty, his face. His
Okay.
face
He reminds
annoys
me. He reminds me of this guy that I dated in 5th grade. He was like a super Christian now. And like,
what?
really
Describe his looks.
you know him. He went to our high school.
Don't.
Bleep the name.
Yeah, I'm not
bleep
gonna say
the
his name, but like he has
describe
curly
his
hair.
looks.
He's skinny and like he always wore like clothes that like Lin-Manuel Miranda would wear.
What does that mean?
Like
the
scarf
Like,
and like
that's what I was thinking. I was like, Hamilton.
newspaper boy hat.
newspaper?
Well, he wears like trucker hats, Lin-Manuel,
Yeah.
and like a rolled up button up or something, and skinny
bites his lip.
jeans. Yeah, and bites his lip.
The Lin-Manuel Miranda lip biting thing. It was
my
really getting to
God.
me. It was really getting to me.
He's a like cheesy guy. Like, yeah,
Uh,
he owns an Android. That's like that's all.
Okay,
I'm
that
gonna-
makes sense.
Android.
That makes sense. You know, not to be classist.
No.
Wait, it's not even classist. He has more money than me.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is that everyone like. I don't know what people have canceled him for or whatever.
Yeah.
What did he do?
That's what I'm saying.
It just.
Hey, assistant. Check
I
that.
think he had a lot of flawed views surrounding like Puerto Rico and
The way you're like,
Puerto
what should I
Rico.
roll the R? Should I not?
Yeah, I know. Should I like? I was like, should I Americanize that? Or should I just like
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico? Yeah. I don't know. Like he said something about Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
I don't know. I really didn't look into it because I don't give a shit about him. So it's just the photos that came out about him were so
So
funny.
you hate the photos.
Yes.
That's the thing that kind of makes me mad about Kanye. I'm like, if everybody just stopped fucking talking about him, like, who gives a shit what he wants to do? He's not gonna do anything.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's the reason
Yeah.
he's running in the first place is just so he can. He's probably going to release an album,
Yeah.
and that's why he wants people to fucking
And people are like,
talk
oh
about
my
him.
god, like, you idiots, don't vote Kanye in. I'm like, doesn't make a difference who fucking, like, who we vote for. They're all gonna both idiots.
I mean, it's a
know.
good way to weed out people you want to hang out with or talk to.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
If they're talking about, like, don't vote for Kanye, you're like, okay, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're telling me that hasn't been what's going on this whole Corona time? It's been
Yeah.
I'm deleting people because they don't believe in Corona, and then
Yeah.
I'm deleting them because they're racist, and I'm deleting them because they support Trump.
Yeah, very
Just
divisive.
give it a minute that they'll follow back. They'll be following back.
Not that you're deleting them, it's just, like, not interested. to
Cancel
talk to them.
culture.
It's just like a circle jerk.
real.
I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to
the-
feed into it.
Yeah, the Kanye thing, what you were saying about like the people tweeting about like don't vote Kanye. They did this in 2016 when they voted for Harambe.
They're all babies.
Harambe. You know, this generation's just growing up so fast.
1-year-olds can vote now.
Yeah, that was actually passed today, July 8th. Everybody go check Yahoo News. But yeah, that was pissing me off because, like, did it really make a difference that people voted for Harambe? Because Clinton won the popular vote.
It was like less than 1% that voted for Harambe.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
It's because the elections in the United States are not real.
No.
Yep.
They're all fake. Because the Electoral College is the one that is actually voting. Mm-hmm. So fuck them.
It's just, I feel like, a way for liberals to shame, like, other people.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because they kind of feel like they're on a pedestal. Like,
yeah.
I'm voting for Biden.
I'm voting for Hillary. I'm with her.
I'm with he's. I'm he's. I'm hers.
I mean, I did vote for Hillary. I'm going to out myself on that one.
I've never voted.
So then, what are your predictions for the 2020 election?
Trump.
Everyone will die and this great world will explode. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Kidding.
I don't know. I think Biden is incompetent and that, like, Bernie bros kind of, like, last time they switched over to, like, Hillary once Bernie was out. But this time, they're kind of like, what I've noticed from the Bernie bros I follow, they were kind of like, fuck it, we're not voting. Like, it's like Bernie or bust. So I think a lot of people are going to be writing in Bernie Sanders. And I think because of that, like,
Trump
I don't
wins.
know. I don't think Biden's going to get that much support.
I'd write in for Bernie.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna vote, it's gonna be a write-in for Bernie.
If I'm gonna vote.
Yeah.
if I do that.
I'm also, like, scared how the elections are going to go because,
They're not.
yeah.
It's going to be just like the Georgia elections where a bunch of machines are disappearing or the cords are missing.
The line is really long.
Shit, for the last elections that we had, there was like some
Primary
county...
or the gubernatorial?
The gubernatorial. I think it was the primaries, actually. I don't know. The last one. There was, like, some county that only got enough machines for one poll. They, like, canceled all the other polling locations. So everyone in the fucking, whatever, district or whatever had to go to that polling location. And the line was, like, hours long.
The primary?
Yeah.
Like last week? The other week?
The previous weeks.
Yeah, that was-
I have a suggestion. Everybody, you can write this into your senators if you
Call
would
them.
like.
Give them a call.
Give them
Suck
a call.
their
Do y'all know who the
dicks.
senator
I
is?
think-
Do y'all know who y'all's senators are?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up on
Gary
the internet.
Johnson, baby.
Gary
Anyways,
Johnson.
my suggestion is that we should Kahoot the elections. Let's all go on Kahoot and we vote on Kahoot.
Yeah, I agree.
Kahoot elections?
Kahoot elections.
I was thinking more like Google Forms.
Baby, we're gonna have Kahoot and we're gonna have the music playing.
No, Google Forms election and the little option for like write-in is open, so you just get like 1 million random responses.
What's the Kahoot song? How did it go?
Do 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 do. No, that's not it.
Isn't that like Wii Sports?
Dude, fuck.
It's the
Someone pull up Kahoot.
the me page.
Yeah, but I want the Kahoot like song blasting on the tornado drills.
Tornado dystopian
Tornado
world.
drill sirens.
It's a dystopian end of the world. The Kahoot music.
that's still the Wii song, but we haven't figured it out yet. So.
Bombs blowing. Everyone's sheltering.
The bombs bursting in air.
Is that not copyrighted?
That's gay.
Gay proof.
Gay proof.
We got gay proof right here. She's gay.
Yo, we should take shrooms again. This feels like shrooms, guys.
Okay, let's talk about shrooms.
Okay, wait. No. Okay.
Dude, I love
What?
shrooms, but I hate the way they feel.
Wait,
My
Kahoot
stomach.
song. Kahoot
No.
song.
Anna,
Wait,
you
should I
said you were about to confess
Or
something.
What is this?
I'm sorry, folks. I did not mean to laugh like that. That will be edited.
It's like something that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Y'all, I want to be honest. I did not play Kahoot that much, so y'all
They
are
didn't make
I
you
play
play
Kahoot every
senior
day.
high school?
times.
I played Kahoot every day in my accounting class.
Yeah, I think it was like it was our like
Attendance.
attendance thing. Yeah.
In high school for our forensics class, basically the teacher handed us all like chapters and we each presented our chapter. Nobody learned anything. It was horrible. But every single group did Kahoot. So like every week there would be a new group presenting and we would do Kahoots every fucking day for a whole year.
Yeah.
So shrooms?
Kahoot's gonna send us a cease and desist letter.
No. This is free advertising.
Yeah.
We actually love Kahoot. Kahoot sponsor us, please.
Yeah, I love a Kahoot sponsorship.
I mean, I still love Kahoot we do use them for classes still.
I'll sell my
'cause
Kahoot
it'd be
for
like
Kahoot. Okay, so shrooms.
Kahoochie.
People make Kahoots.
We're just gonna say
study
so shrooms. Let's talk about our dirty laundry up in here.
For legal reasons, none of us have ever done
shrooms.
Or any other illicit drugs.
When we say shrooms, we mean like shiitake
Yeah.
shrooms.
I
White
ate really bad.
shrooms.
Shiitake shroom.
We got
Baby
food
Bella.
poisoning, air quotes. Okay, so
anyway, that food poisoning was crazy
so
though.
from those shiitake mushrooms, I had a bad trip.
Okay, set the stage. Spring break.
It was 1990. I get it.
2020.
2020.
Spring break, right before pandemic really shuts down the whole country.
Yeah.
It was like our third day into spring break or something like that.
I think third or fourth day into it, but like I was about to leave, so we decided, okay, we have shiitake mushrooms,
like a lot of them.
so let's do it even if we're not ready. And yeah, it was a disaster. Me and Megan Deary, we didn't have the bestest of times. We really learned a lot about each other, learned how our poop smells.
Learn how it sounds.
How it sounds.
Someone
you
was
know.
pooping with the door open, right?
Yes.
That would be me.
Well, we won't name it.
Okay, let me just say, when you're on psychedelic drugs, your sensations are already heightened. Now imagine having explosive diarrhea.
Okay, but that must feel kind of good. Like,
Sounds
like
awful.
that feeling of pooping is so relieving.
Yeah, but I
I
thought
feel like
I was shitting my pants.
Oh my
because, like,
Okay, that's not great.
because the feeling wouldn't go away.
I don't think diarrhea is very satisfying.
Okay, I think we should go around and all say one memory that stands out the most to us from that experience. For me,
I cannot say mine
Okay. Why?
because it is not mine to say.
Oh, for me, it was when Megan was trying to throw up shrooms.
Oh shit!
When we were
It's all about me.
No. I have a good one, but I feel like it's yours too.
Okay, there's one about me too.
Okay, continue. So,
She was trying to throw up the shrooms, but it was already hours after we had taken it, so I'm pretty sure it was digested.
I'm pretty sure she had already shit in the mouth.
That too, but I guess like we were not in the right state of mind to like. Time didn't feel real then, so that's just what I remember. It was interesting, and I was like supporting. I was like, "Come on, you can do it." I just remember I was like, "Yeah, you can throw up."
Okay.
Next,
What's your memory?
I'd have to say the shitting one is pretty poignant. Or watching Elham crying, sobbing in the corner, shoving popcorn in her mouth, and talking to her boyfriend to try to calm her down.
Okay, but the thing is, you saw that and you ran up to her, you took her phone, and you just hung up on her boyfriend.
I don't remember.
no, she did that. I think I do remember you asking me, who are you talking to? The feds! I'm on the phone with the feds. I'm confessing.
I was really scared. I think that she was talking to her parents because she had mentioned that her parents called her.
Because I was like, how am I going to tell my parents? Because I thought I was never going to get sober again. I was like, I'm going to have to live the rest of my life high on shrooms.
But the thing is, like, you scared her boyfriend because I just called him immediately back and I was like, hey, I'm here. Everything is okay. He's like, are you sure it's okay? I was like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, and I don't think I warned him enough, like, that I was gonna take shrooms and that maybe, like, something was gonna happen. And he was on his own vacation, his own spring break, so I called sobbing, saying, how am I gonna tell my parents? And he was like, you don't have to tell your parents. How about you, Truxton? What do you remember?
Honestly, I was thinking about it. I don't remember a lot.
He was having a good time.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite memory. We had just taken the shrooms, like freshly bitten into those.
Into the teeth.
But we went outside, we were just hanging out and talking, whatever, and we actually started filming an episode, pre-birth episode Through the Bong. And you could just hear me on the hammock going like, wee, 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 wee. And I just keep going faster and faster. And I remember, like, I was laser focused on this broom that I was holding and just, like, rowing super hard. And then Megan just goes, what are you doing? You're freaking me out.
I don't remember that.
I remember
She
that.
was going so fast. She was like lightning speed going. To me, I was like, yo, she might like flip that thing over. It was kind of freaky.
And then I couldn't stop laughing after
Yeah,
that.
you started laughing and then you started crying. But like, it's like the shrooms thing, you know?
It's because I started laughing and then I noticed you were gone because like I couldn't stop laughing for like 20 minutes. And then I was like, wait, my laughs kind of sound like a cry. And I was like, wait, am I happy or am I sad? And my feelings went like, you're both. and so I just started crying, but I was still laughing.
Yeah, you were crying.
So then I went to the room to just cry because I needed to focus on that side.
I hate y'all for taking me to that fucking room.
The pink room?
Yeah, y'all forced me to be in there.
The house we were in is my boyfriend's.
Yeah.
And I blame him. We should sue him.
Dick boy that is.
I
Dick boy
think
home.
a lot of it had to do with just being too many people there.
Okay, yeah, that's
Because I would like to take shrooms with like all of you, but like in different groups.
Yeah.
Because I invited some friends from home, and I invited all of you
Taking
guys. It's like,
You may come in for the shroom session.
I think smaller groups are better.
Yeah.
At least, like, I think 4 or 5 is like 5 might be the most.
I think what made my trip bad was that bathroom thing. Like you said, I was gone for a minute. I went to the bathroom, and like as I was using it, it was super quiet, and I like all I could see was myself in the mirror, and I just started zoning out into myself, and like things felt like loopy.
Mirrors are bad.
Yeah, it was horrible.
On
then, like,
any.
it just felt like everything was kind of like not real, and then I think that was just what sent me spiraling into a bad trip.
I think sometimes when I'm like that, I want to be by myself, but then I also think that every time that I've taken like psychedelics by myself, I always have a bad time.
Oh,
I could never do that.
I think like being alone, you don't have somebody to talk to, so then you're the only person to try to distract yourself from their own thoughts.
yeah.
So you're like, don't think about that, don't think about that. But if you're like talking to somebody and they're engaging you in something, it's easier to like
Ground yourself.
Yeah, ground yourself and then shut down those negative ideas that you have that are like hard to control when you're by yourself looking in the fucking mirror.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
I think, like with that, when we did the other drug,
What other? Oh,
Acid.
that. Yeah, that one. I have not done that.
Meth.
meth. No.
No methamphetamine here.
No, we did not do it.
Nope.
Anyway, I just remember that, like, I felt so pressured to not talk about, like, how I was feeling sad or, like, I felt sick. Like, I was trying so hard not to talk about anything bad so then I wouldn't make y'all upset. And then I feel like y'all had the same idea and we kind of just stayed on, like a happy space, which worked because as soon as you don't think about the bad thing and you listen to another person's good thing, it, like, you forget about that bad thing.
I agree.
Yeah, you gotta lift each other up though. Like even if somebody was talking about something bad, it would be important to like uplift them up.
Yeah, because I think during that shroom trip, I think we were kind of psyching each other out too, because I feel like I came out and I was like, y'all don't go in that bathroom. I was like, nobody go in that bathroom. It's fucking weird. And I think I just made everyone nervous.
Did you poop in there?
No. I was like, that bathroom's scary. Don't go in there. And I think I just started psyching like people out.
I do remember when I went into the room and I saw you crying, I immediately got sad and I was like, this is it, I'm sad. And then cry time.
At one moment you were crying with me.
I was right next to you sobbing. At one point, I'm pretty sure it was like the three of us.
Yeah, it was like you two, and then Adam was laying with you guys, and I kept going back and forth.
Yeah. It's just I've been trying to like put it all together because I swear I was blacking out because like I could not remember certain parts, but like I've been trying to put it together in my head.
What I didn't understand is how much y'all did, because the first time we did shrooms,
3.5.
You did not feel good the beginning of the last time we did it.
I was feeling
and so
good.
I was like, why is she taking more?
Look, I had
you
a
were
good
off
time.
your meds.
Yeah, I was off my medication, but crazy girl here off her meds. No, I'm kidding. I did start crying the first time we took it, but like it felt good. Like
okay,
it felt
that's
like
why I cried, because it felt good.
It just like it wasn't like a sad crying, but this other time was a sad crying.
I felt like fear, like death crying.
Yeah, I felt like I was dying.
And honestly, it took me a long time to recover from that trip.
Yeah,
like,
I think I'm still recovering. I think I'm still recovering. But guys, be careful with shiitake mushrooms. There's a limit.
Go slow.
Don't take 3.5 when you're. This is your second time doing it, and the last time you microdosed.
You know, I think all three of you guys should take shrooms together, like alone by yourself, all together.
That would be
together
nice.
by ourselves. I think it would be.
Truxton should be included. No?
Yeah, because it feels like a roommate.
Yeah, I already mentioned this to them too. But like,
Dick boy. Sorry,
it's I'll bleep it.
I mean, we could just bleep Dick boy and then change my name to Truxton, right? Yeah, let's do that.
I talked to them about doing psychedelics, because then we will have the whole house to ourselves, which is important. A whole, like, you need to have a controlled environment, I think. And what I like about our house is that we each have our beds, so when we get tired and we think it's too much, we can always just retreat into our room. Then it's a place you're already comfortable because you've decorated it and stuff.
Okay. So this is the first time I'm here talking about it. So you guys have talked about it before. So here's my first time hearing this opinion. I agree. I was thinking about it like last week. I was like, you know what?
I can do it again.
I would not mind doing it again as long as I do a microdose. Because I feel like I'm at that point where I'm kind of moving on. I'm like, okay, that it doesn't mean it has to be like that every time.
Yeah, I think taking a smaller dose makes you a lot less impressionable to like events. Like if y'all were all fucking high and then she came downstairs.
I do think like the first time we took it, we were expecting something. Like we were all like, "What now?" Like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it kicked in, and like you had already taken a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it was still like a decent amount.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys were like, okay, this shit's expensive and I don't want to spend any more money.
Yeah.
So I was gonna take it all at one time and get as high as possible.
Because I was like, okay, if I take half, the other half is not it might not be enough to even get me high. So I was like, okay, so let me just take more. And the reason I took more at the beach house, here's why. Because Adam was seeing shit and like he felt really good. And I was like, I want to feel like that. Because I was feeling good like with the amount I took. I took half the bag. And then I was like, I want to feel like that. And I was like, that's what I want to experience. So I went back inside and I took the rest of the bag. And then that's when shit went downhill. So.
And I think also, like, for me, like, I was already we spent the whole week, like, doing, like, drugs and drinking a lot because it was spring break. So, like, it was kind of that mentality of, like, gotta do it all, do it big, get it done.
But the thing is, after that day, we really chilled out. Like, you went home the next day, but we were just like, I'll just drink a little bit. It's like, we won't really
In my head, I didn't know what you guys were doing, but I'm like, they're probably partying.
We were actually spending most of our time inside because she got badly sunburned and then shortly after got sick.
Yeah, that had a respiratory infection and then the COVID stuff broke out.
And it was a
then we went to a restaurant.
The day before.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
day before school got canceled.
It was.
That feels like years ago.
It was certainly 30 years ago.
It was
Yeah.
lifetimes ago.
I
I'm a
know.
different person
The
now.
world
I know.
is different now than it was back then. But
God, shit was really different. Like the time, like the moment we got back from the beach is when the shutdown happened, and like school got canceled. We didn't go back, and then like I was like, maybe I should have stayed longer at the beach house. But
No.
I mean, yeah,
I was so miserable when I went back home after that. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna be my life from now on.
quarantine was the beginning of quarantine
Yeah.
was the worst. Like, I don't know. I was gonna say a time period, but I was like, well, it's still going. So
I feel like, but even though like it's still unpredictable, at least the conditions of quarantine feel a little bit more comfortable and like manageable.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
feel
we've
like
gotten used to it.
I feel like for some people, quarantine was like a good thing and it didn't affect them and they were happy with it. But like with me, I had to like jump between my family, like going back home and up here.
Yeah.
And, like that's fucking annoying.
You
But
don't
like if I was like set, I had like money, remote job, just chilling, don't have to go out or talk to anybody.
So my brother,
Yeah, people who are
Yeah,
saying
I'd be like,
yeah.
yo, this is a great time to like focus on me.
yeah, my
Do
brother
things I want
lives,
to do.
has his own income, gets to work at home after coming back from Australia, gets his nice apartment in a big city that's actually taking COVID seriously. Nice times.
Yeah, but also I feel like wow, I really didn't do enough when I had the chance, and now I want to do shit that I
Yes.
never even wanted to do. Also, I have the
like
ability
anal.
to do shit. I can
I don't.
What you were saying, people who are saying this is a blessing, I kind of want to punch them in the face because
Oh
I'm like,
yeah, I understand that. I'm saying for personally, it works out good
Yeah.
for them. Not that they're
have
this
the
is
advantage.
great. You
I want my
this is great for
haircut.
everybody. Like,
huh?
I want my haircut.
More?
I want a haircut.
Oh, okay.
You know?
a real one,
I
An
I need
expensive one.
to go.
a
guys,
$90 haircut.
That's the kind of
I
people.
think I might get a mullet.
That'd be cool.
Very
Not
for
long
real.
enough for a mullet?
No, not yet, but
Oh, it's long enough for a mullet.
it's long enough for a mullet. You think?
For, I
Yeah,
think
I
I
really
really
just cut the
okay,
sides.
It's
like,
almost
no,
a
no.
mullet. Like, wait,
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted like a feminine
You look like
mullet.
Joan
A
Jett.
feminine mullet. I
You
hate
look
it that I said
Like
that.
think
Joan Jett.
you just have to
Huh?
trim
You
the
look like Joan Jett.
It's a fat Joan Jett, yeah.
No, you look like Joan Jett.
Thank you. Thanks.
I think maybe like like a month or so from now, if you just cut the top
Yeah.
a little bit, then it'll be like a mullet.
I think I'm just gonna make the
Mullet.
top bald. And then the sides.
Oh, like a clown.
Yeah.
We should get
We should get matching haircuts, matching mullets.
someone should buy a ball cap and then put that thing on. See what it looks like.
Megan? Bald cap?
Bald cap?
What?
Just
You wanna
shave your
buy a
head.
bald cap?
Why do I have to buy
Because
everything?
we've done haircuts, but you haven't had a haircut. You've dyed your hair.
I cut my hair back in November. I cut like
That's
a lot of
not
it
color.
off.
Corona.
Quarantine. That's not quarantine season.
That's
I
not
do-
quarantine season.
I do want my hair short again, but everyone's like, "Oh, your hair looks so good that length."
You look like a Karen.
Oh! I like your hair short though. When you cut it, it was really nice on you.
Yeah, I like short.
The
hair.
color is very like Karen,
Yeah.
especially when you put on your sunglasses. And
But I think that's a white woman.
I think it doesn't matter if people say that your hair looks good like that. It's whatever you want.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
I
people
like-
spend too much time judging people off the way they look, and not enough on how they feel.
Prophetic
yeah.
words from Dick Boy.
Dick boy.
Hey,
What
we
do you
changed
say?
my name to Truxton, man. We gotta blur all that shit out.
No.
Oh, I was
Beep, beep.
He's still Dick Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, then you have to blur out
You wanna be
Truxton. Then.
Piss Boy?
Either way, you gotta blur something out.
He's anal
I want-
boy.
Blur?
We'll just blur everything, every reference of his name. Dick Boy will no longer be on the podcast. He has been removed.
That part is being cut out. So if you hear a gap in between that last segment and now, it is because something has been cut out.
Can I be a different character now?
We actually
know.
castrated him. That is what's going on.
Yes.
We have to mute that. It was a
Yeah.
little loud.
You think genital mutilation is funny?
No.
No.
Yes.
No, it's a real thing.
I think genital manipulation is.
Oh my god.
She is going to hell. She is
Uh-huh.
a sinner.
Just let it be known, I manipulate genitals.
Satan has a seat reserved for you, sweetie.
At this point, we're all going to hell.
Yeah, I agree. If there is a hell,
There is
you
no
know?
ethical consumption.
What?
Truxton just really liked a line that I took from The Good Place, which is there is no ethical consumption in capitalism.
Every time I hear
But
But
somebody,
he only remembers the first part, which is
There's
there
no
is no
ethical Oh my god! You cannot
every time I hear-
consume that brownie.
every time somebody says we're going to hell, I think about that.
Anyway.
When you said that, that reminds me of that saying, like, a moment on the lips is forever on the hips.
I hate that. I hate that.
So whenever you want to see someone, like, trying to get skinny, be like, there is no ethical consumption, fatty.
Oh, I hate inspo things like that though.
Yes.
Like,
I will admit, I did have a pro Anna account on Tumblr when I was like 14.
oh, we
I'm gonna
didn't
be
know
honest,
that.
I hated, like, people could type in their names and find, like, actresses or, like, some shit. I could not. I typed my name and it was just anorexia and eating disorders.
How would you feel if your name was Elham? Who's named Elham out here?
Literally
Okay,
every
there's-
Iranian person.
There is a lot of Elhams, so I can't.
Okay, there's a lot of honest too. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of Megans.
But there's not many Truxtons. Sorry,
I mean-
big boy.
If your name's Truxton out there, give us a call right now. We are live on the line.
1-800 Dick Boy.
No, we will have a prize. We will have a prize ready for anyone else named Truxton.
A special surprise.
A special. A night with the other Truxton.
Go on a virtual date.
Through fucking Uvu.
Yeah.
Talking about Zoom,
For the
man.
kids that don't know what Uvu is,
Rest in peace, Ubu.
Y'all ever had any traumatic moments on Omegle?
yes, plenty.
On a what?
On Omegle?
Omegle.
Omegle.
I was like, Omegle.
If you want to make fun of me because I'm not from this country and I can't pronounce things correctly, I'm
She
kidding.
is an immigrant.
Okay.
Oh yes, I mean, but it was usually just a lot of like penises when I was young. I do remember once I was hanging out with my friend and she was like, "Let's go on Omegle," and I was like, "Okay, whatever." And I just remember one guy came on. He was fully clothed, and then he was like, "Hi, whatever." My friend just like she was one of those people that like being a little too social. And then the guy all of a sudden was like, sit on each other's faces, and they were like the brunette on the blonde's face. I was just like, change. It was horrible.
Yikes.
I remember going on there and I didn't know what like ASL meant. Like age, sex, location.
American Sign Language.
Yeah. I like had to go on a Urban Dictionary and figure it out.
Me too. I
So I
did
was
it,
like,
and I was just like, I did have a time when like I wouldn't have my camera on, and I would just type in random things as to like age, sex, location, be like 77, and then like female.
Oh, I think I've done that
Whatever.
too. Yeah. Something that still haunts me to this day is we're still in pandemic season, but during pandemic season, we
Early
tried
pandemic
to tiny chat. We tried to tiny chat, like, because we were all at home. And when we got on there, it was a private chat, so it was a private room. And some guy came on there, like some random guy, and I think he was jerking off, and he was moaning, and it was tiny chat. I was like, this is a private room. How did you get in here? So we had to get out, and I was like, is my computer hacked? I don't know. I just went into like, I don't know how computers work mode.
Should track his IP address.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he tracked
The
ours.
thing is, like, he kept coming back into our chat. Like, we would make new groups, and then he would show up.
Oh, that is fucking.
It's fucking creepy. Okay, we did it 2 times, right? And that, like, second time you would think...
But then I did it. Like, you did it 2 times, and I started
Yes.
one, and he kept showing up. We're like, okay, no more tiny
'cause
chat.
I made the first chat, you made the second chat, but it was the same guy. Like, Hawk something.
No, it was Nike.
Nike. Yeah. And, well, it was creepy, so we... what did we do? We wanna Zoom.
Yeah, we downloaded Zoom.
Even
Shout
though
out to Zoom. You really owned this quarantine.
Yeah, even though they have issues with privacy, it's okay. It's better than some random guy named Nike coming in and jacking off on screen.
I like Zoom. It was okay.
Yeah.
I just wish our classes weren't on them.
Yeah. Kind of wish we weren't in a pandemic, but that's life. Anyways, how many minutes are we in, Joey?
Yeah. Joey.
Our editor, Joey.
Jimmy.
Jimothy.
Jimmy was actually fired, and now we hired Joey.
Oh, Joey. How about Jimothy? What happened to Jimothy?
Jimothy?
Yeah, is he gone?
He was,
He's deceased.
yes.
Okay.
Rest in peace. We are at 50 minutes.
Okay, well...
50 or 15?
15. We're 15 minutes. Okay.
Which one is?
Hold on.
Okay, so...
Oh, shit.
Gotta teach the intern.
I think this is a good time to end it, right?
Yes.
Okay, it was a great time talking to you. You look beautiful. You look lovely. I haven't seen you in a while. See you guys?
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah, keep on trucking.
Trucking, the name of Truxton.
Okay, bye.
Peace out.